Hello, and welcome to Around the Political World with John Ruffman. I am your host, John Ruffman. If you're a fan of the show, make sure to hit the follow button on the top right of Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you are listening at this very moment. When you hit follow, leave a review or share an episode with a friend. It helps other people discover the show, keeps us going. As I like to point out, each and every day, it expands our base. Two very troubling stories. One, dealing with Donald Trump and his relationship to the Epstein case. And secondly, the accusation by the Attorney General of the United States that Barack Obama is somehow treasonous. I want to address both of these because I think they are interconnected and really explain the political divide in the United States. Let's begin with the question of Donald Trump and the question of his relationship with Epstein. We know there was a relationship. We know they were best friends. We know they did business together. We know they traveled together. We know they were on each other's jets. We know that Epstein attended Donald Trump's second marriage to Marla Maples. We know all of these things. The facts are there. The question is, why are we pursuing these facts? The answer is because Donald Trump has not told the truth. He was told, we are told, last May, that he was in the Epstein files. He denied it. I've heard him say it several times now. But the answer is he should have said, of course I would have been in the Epstein files. Epstein and I were friends. Donald Trump can honestly say he did not know about the child trafficking. I believe he would say it. But the question becomes, why isn't he just letting it all hang out? Why isn't Donald Trump simply releasing all the information and being upfront with people? Why is he being disingenuous? Now, you see, the issue here is pure and simple logic. If there is nothing to hide, why hide it? Right? And so I think we should go back to what Donald Trump said and what Pam Bondi said, and what the director of the FBI, Kash Patel, said, and what Don Bongino, the deputy director of the FBI, said before they took office. They said, we are going to release all the information. Today, the Deputy Attorney General of the United States is going to meet with, well, a person who has been convicted of child trafficking. Now, what is the reason why this meeting is taking place? After all, the Deputy Attorney General was once Donald Trump's attorney, and the woman he is meeting with is a convicted felon. There is no doubt that this is a web being woven that creates greater and greater mystery. When Speaker Johnson was asked about this, he was very clear. He believes that the House will ultimately release all the information. Indeed, one congressional committee has done that as a recommendation. But the problem is that Donald Trump and his administration continue to obfuscate. We learned a lesson in the Watergate scandal. Just tell the truth. Just be upfront. No one is going to criticize Donald Trump for having been a friend of Epstein's. There were many people who were friends of Epstein, including Bill Clinton. The issue is why. Why there seems to be a reluctance to confront this situation. And of course, we are not helped by the fact that Donald Trump is now blasting those in his base who believe that the information should be released. Is the Epstein scandal the most important thing on our radar? The answer is no. But it is an indication of something. That is that the Trump administration does not have its house in order. It is so defensive that rather than telling the truth up front, they've decided not to tell the truth. And that implies a cover-up. I've said this several times, and I want to repeat it so it is perfectly clear. And that is that the cover-up is sometimes worse than the crime. We don't know if Donald Trump was involved in any of this. In fact, let's give him the benefit of the doubt and say he wasn't. Don't you think it would make sense, rather than denying everything, for the president to simply say, yes, I was told that I'm mentioned in the Epstein files, and I should be mentioned in the Epstein files. After all, he was my friend. No one can blame a person for making a mistake, not knowing the background of Jeffrey Epstein, not realizing what was going on. But one can raise the question, if Donald Trump was told in May that he was part of the Epstein file, why is he denying that he was told that? That's the question. And there is a second issue that I want to raise with you in the most serious way, and that is the Attorney General of the United States at a press conference yesterday accusing the former president of the United States of treason. That was a charge made first by Donald Trump, now being reinforced by Pam Bondi, who is talking about referring these matters to the Justice Department for prosecution. I must tell you, I find it absolutely stunning that when a former president of the United States is accused of treason, that the country isn't up in arms. There are policies of Barack Obama's with which I disagreed. There were things that Barack Obama did that I may not have liked. But treason? Treason? I think we have a serious problem within this administration. One other observation is the Attorney General of the United States is not the personal attorney of the President of the United States. And I think that is an important distinction. We were told clearly by Donald Trump that if he won the presidency, that the use of the Justice Department to go after political enemies would not happen. I have a very good friend with whom I had a big argument before the election. And I said, Donald Trump has made clear he wants revenge. And my good friend said, no, he doesn't mean that. It's just campaign rhetoric. Well, the answer is he did mean it, and he is doing it. And it does create a problem for Democrats, for Republicans, for the Speaker of the House of Representatives. Are we going to have to wait until the House reconvenes in September in order to find out what the heck is really going on? And what more will be unearthed? Slowly but surely, it is what we know from Watergate as the drip, drip, drip effect. Look, Mr. President, I may not agree with many of your policies, but I'm going to give you advice right now. The same advice I gave to my friends in the Nixon administration. Tell the truth. Don't obfuscate. And as for attacking your predecessor, accusing Barack Obama of treason, put it away. It's enough. The American people want to move on. We have real issues to deal with. And what you are raising, Donald Trump, well, I don't think it should be the center of our political universe. But as long as you obfuscate, as long as you are reluctant to tell the truth, it's going to fester and boil, and in the end, we will all be the victims. Thanks for tuning into another episode of Around the Political World with John Rothman. I am John Rothman. Make sure to follow along and let me know your thoughts on the show by leaving a review on Apple Podcasts and sharing an episode with a friend or colleague so we can continue to grow and expand, which, of course, is our goal. You can reach me directly by Facebook, by LinkedIn, by emailing me, by letting me know what you think. And, of course, our job on Around the Political World with John Rothman is to give you all the information and at least the analysis that I feel is relevant. I want to say a big thank you to Gogo Zoger, the wonderful producer of this podcast. She makes sure we're up and running every day. Thanks, Gogo, and And to all of you, I'll be back tomorrow with more from around the political world with John Ruffman. See you then.